Right folks, before we start we need to get these little terminal blocks out of the case that they're in. What they do is they have screws through the top here which sort of stops the brass from sliding out. There's an open end, and at the other end there's a little catch to stop the brass moving out. So there's 12 in there, I think. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yes, there's 12 in there. And so therefore 24 screws have to be removed first, or at least removed from the brass piece. They won't pop out of the plastic straight away because the diameter of the hole at the top is a bit on the tight side. It won't let them fall out. So instead of using a screwdriver, I've employed my electric drill with a small screwdriver bit on it, which makes the job a lot easier. So we just give it a bit of a whirl. Now some of the pieces have just dropped out already, but most of them are still in there, and to release them I've made up a small, just a bit of rod really, with just a slight hook on the end of it, and I put it into the terminal block, the brass piece, into the end of it, and then just find the screw hole and push down. The screw comes out at the bottom, and that one actually just fell out. And so you need all the screws as well, so they've got to come out. And it's just simply a matter of putting it in and pushing. This one's it's that simple. Otherwise you'd spend the rest of your life trying to get these little blighters out. You've got to have some system worked out to do it. It's that easy. That one stayed in because the other screw is still holding it. That one came out. So yeah, you can see that makes life a lot easier. I used to do it with just a screwdriver and try and prise them out. It's hopeless. This is a better way to do it. Now folks, I'm about to show you my method for drilling these terminal block inners. But before we do anything, if any of you are considering doing this sort of work with electrical equipment, especially drilling equipment or grinding, etc., make sure you use safety glasses to protect your eyes. What I've got here is just a short demo on what I do with these little terminal block inners. I've taken the screws out, as you can see. I've got my little vise here set up with a piece of aluminium flat bar in it. And it's pushed up hard against the backstop here on the drill press, and this in effect is a very simple jig, and all we do is place the terminal block inner with its top part facing the aluminium. That's a flat edge, that's why it's done that way. Hold it in tight, lock up the vise, and now she's ready to go. Now I don't measure exactly where the center is, but you can do it by eye. Now give it a bit of a pull down on the drill bit, which makes a bit of an impression into the side of the terminal block inner. So we do that so that the drill bit won't wander when I actually start the drill up. So here we go, I'll start the drill. And all we want to do is just break through the thin layer of the brass. I don't know whether you could hear me then, but what I was saying is all we want to do is break through the thin layer of the brass to make a hole. And from here we just remove it, and then it's just a matter of tapping a thread in the terminal block inner. Let's give it a bit of a turn. This is an M3 tap. Just make sure it bites in. And we just take it through until the tap touches the other side, and in some cases you'll even get a tiny little dimple showing, which is just happening now. I don't think you could see that, but that's enough. We just unscrew that. So you can see it's a fairly simple process, but you know, I've got a lot of them to do, so it's going to take a while, but I've knocked up about 20 this afternoon in about an hour or so. So there you go, that's how it's done. Cheers, Gourmet.